Of CSE to take over the session. He will brief you about the G Suite platform, and all faculty members kindly ask your queries in chat box, and you will be given time after each app. You will be given time after each app to ask your queries. Please do switch off your audio and video, and please do not share your screen. Mr. Subhash Sandar sir, now you can take over the session.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning to all. If you are able to hear my voice and if you are able to see this PowerPoint presentation, you are all set to start this session. Ma'am, is it audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. So shall I proceed now? So
yes, sir. Proceed.
So G Suite is nothing but it's a collection of many applications. Okay, Suite is nothing but a suitcase, we can say. So Google Suite, it contains many applications. So starting from Gmail, that is the first application. Okay, everybody knows it. There are a lot of applications are there. Okay, so today we are going to discuss mainly three applications: Google Meet and Google Classroom and Google Forms. Okay. Maybe if time permits, we will just 2 minutes. We will discuss about Google Drive and Google Calendar and Google Group. Okay. So introduction about G Suite. So G Suite contains many applications, as I said. So if you have normally we can subscribe to Google and we can create a mail ID like this. Okay, our name at gmail.com. So this is our normal Google account. Okay. If we have if our school or college having any G Suite account, means we should be having any account like this. Okay, our name at jprcollege.org, or some school may have mail IDs like this. So this is called G Suite account. Okay, so all the G Suite application for education is free as of now. So for each Google account, the basic usage is allowed for everyone. Okay, like Gmail. Okay, if you take it is having 15 GB of memory, and if you go
Subhash sir, sorry sir, kindly maximize your presentation window.
Okay, sir. Okay, so G Suite application for education. Okay, it's free for both the accounts, normal Google account as well as G Suite account. Both are allowed, applicable. I think most of you might have joined from your Google account. So participating in that, there is no limit in that. So we can attend any meeting. Okay, only for organizers having some certain limits. So if we have basic normal Google account, we can conduct a meeting with 100 participants. Okay, so now we are conducting from G Suite account, that is CSE at jprcollege.org. That is a G Suite account. So from there, so we can conduct meeting up to 250 participants, and it supports virtually unlimited storage space for mail or all the application. Okay. So the G Suite policy will be revised. Okay, Google said they will revising the G Suite policy on up to that after 30th September. So up to that, I think everyone can access the available usage. Okay, so after that, that depends on the purchase policy. Even we don't know whether they are going to give free access to all the application. But anyway, up to 30th September, all the account will be having a free, free use access. Okay, so let's go to it. Okay, so now there is no need of explaining from this presentation. So I am going to show demo where to start, how to start like that. Okay. So to reduce the bandwidth, so I am going to switch off my video, because my video will be, so you will be receiving two streams. One is my face, that is from my camera. Another one is the entire screen I have shared. Okay, so if you are receiving two streams, then it will it has to, the network has to be network is used more. Okay, so I am going to switch off my camera. Okay, so that you will listen only the screen, my screen you are going to listen. The same reason we are requesting everyone to switch off your video, because one person video has to be displayed to around 240 participants in this meet. So that much of data bandwidth is unnecessarily wasted. Okay, so 242 into 243, there are a lot of streams has to be telecasted. So wastage of bandwidth. So kindly that's the reason we are requesting everyone to switch off your camera, so that your data will be very less. Okay, so everyone data will be used in a less manner. Okay, so you can see here. So I think today you have many hurdle, okay, in joining this meeting. Okay, so anyway, somehow you are managed to join this Google Meet. Okay, so the meet can be created by the host, then participants are going to join in the meeting. Okay, so yesterday we did, so already we have created a meet and we shared the link. Okay, so from that link, or we have shared the Google Meet code. Okay, unique code for this particular meeting will be created. Okay, then that code will be shared through mail or WhatsApp or message. Okay, we can send it to the participants. So once we have the code, so we are able to join at the time of meeting. Okay, so suppose if you are in a meeting, so you can, the left side you can see that the meeting information is there. If you see this information, okay, so we can copy this meeting information, okay, like this, and we can send it to anywhere. Suppose if I want to send it through mail or WhatsApp, or I can paste anywhere. Okay, maybe for example, I'm pasting it in the chat box for this example. Okay, so that will be shown to everyone. Okay, like that we can, if we are opened web WhatsApp, you can send the data, that meeting information. Okay, so kindly, some staffs are saying they are not able to see my screen. So if you are able to see my screen, that is nothing but this Google Meet you are able to supposed to meet. Okay, supposed to. So the screen I am presenting. So if you are not able to see the screen, so you have to pin CSC JPR presentation. So in this left side of your under people, if you click people, okay, you can see a lot of people are there. So in that, just check whether CSC JPR presentation. So if it is there, you can pin that, so that that video will be visible all the time. Okay, so then we can check how many people are there. Okay, like we can check here, and the next option is chat. So I think everybody has started using the chat information. So you can type and send any information. So this information to be shared by everyone. Okay. So now we will see how to start a Google session. Okay. Now I will open another website. So I'll go to Google Chrome. So kindly use Google Chrome whenever we are going to use Google products, because that supports better. Okay, but other browsers also will support, but Google Chrome will support better. Some options, okay, will not be shown in Google other browsers. So kindly use Google Chrome browser. So now I am going to start a meeting. So for starting a meeting, I am going to type meet.google.com. So this is the ID for creating a meeting, or going to the website meet.google.com. So if you okay, so here some list of classes are showing, because already I have scheduled that. Okay, otherwise now I am going to create fresh. I am going to a new class. I am going to start. So there is an option called join or start a meeting. If participants, if I have to attend another, select this option, or I am the staff, I am starting a new session now. Okay, so I can just click that. Okay, if we have the code, that means somebody else class you are going to join, you kindly type it here, the code. Otherwise, you are going to start the class. Okay, so if I am going to start the class, a new session I am going to start, simply I click continue. So this meeting is getting ready. So this is meeting within a meeting. So this is our window actually. This is our meeting we are in now. Just for demo purpose, I have opened another window. So I just switch off my camera. So now I just click join now. Okay, so I have joined in a new. I have created a new meeting. Okay, so you can see here the number of persons are only one, that is me. Okay, suppose if I want to add any person, so how to add? So copy the meeting information from here. Okay, send the information through WhatsApp or mail to others to ask them to join. Okay, or we can add people directly from here. Okay, if you on the right side, if you see under the people, we have option. Okay, people. So now we can type the mail ID. So it will be send a mail to the particular person. So normally, if you start class, we used to send mail to principal or head of the department, okay, or headmaster, something like that. So we can send a mail. So that is the proof that we have started a class. So we are inviting them. Suppose if they are free or if they want to check, okay, they may join. Okay, they may leave. Okay, they may check for checking purpose also, or for participation purpose also. They can join here. Okay, so we can type the mail here. Like that, we can type mail and we can send an invitation, send an email. So email will be sent automatically. Okay, so at that manner also we can ask the people to join. Okay, then so how to so now I am presenting. So how I am presenting is, you can see the present now button is here. Okay, so if you type this present, okay, it is asking the option, either the entire screen is presented, or you want to present only a window, okay, or a Chrome tab. So we can like in Google Chrome, we can create a new tab and we can show something. Okay, so if I have, so already I have opened, okay, one presentation on PDF and Word file already I have opened. So now which one I want to present now? Maybe I can select that. So click present now. Suppose I want to present only a window. That means one application I am going to show. So for example, I want to show a PDF file. So I select a window. So it will show what are the applications already open. Okay. So now I want to show to everyone this PDF. Okay. So I'll select that PDF. So this screen will be shared by all the persons in that particular meeting. Okay. Or I want to share my entire screen. Suppose if you share entire screen, what will happen? Whatever we are working here in the system, that will be displayed to everyone. Okay, even so yeah, whatever I am doing, even if I log in any place, or if I copy any file, whatever operation I do, that will be shown visible to all participants, because I have shared my screen. Okay, so to avoid that, we can click, or you can select a window. Suppose I am going to run one PowerPoint presentation only to be visible to the user. I will select only the window and I will select that particular application, whether I have PowerPoint presentation or PDF file or Word file or any video I want to play, something like that, we can do it. Okay, that is another option there. Okay, then for the organizers, we will be having this record meeting. So if we click this record button, okay, then the recording will start, and when we stop the record button or when we end the meeting, so the recorded information, the video will be mailed to our mail ID. So this mail ID, from which mail ID we have started our meeting, for that mail ID, the recorded video will be mailed. So we can check the mail and we can download it and make use of it. Okay. Then some other options are, if you have more than one video, you have more than one camera in your connected to your computer, you can select this camera. Okay, or if you have more than one speaker, we can select that speaker like that. Okay, so that is the basic option. So most of us having only one speaker and one mic, so we won't use much in that. Okay. So now we have seen how to start a meeting. Okay. So for that we have to go to meeting.google.com. Okay. Then continue. If we give continue without code, the new meeting will be created. So this new meeting will be, the link can be shared to anyone. So you can copy the meeting information and you can send it to anyone. And the people, number of people available, we can check it here, and we can add people through mail. Okay, and we can chat. Okay, or that's the same option. So let me close this meeting and come to our Google Meet window. Okay, so in this Meet, so if I click any people, suppose if any people is making some sound, I want to remove them. So I simply click like this. So there is a minus symbol is there. So you can see remove from meeting. So if I click this remove from meeting, that person will be removed from the meeting. Okay, so that is the option available for us. Suppose if any particular staff like Rajesh Ekambram sir, his video is on. Suppose if you want to remove Rajesh Ekambram sir, so maybe I can point out on the particular person window, and if you click that, remove from meeting, Rajesh Ekambram sir will be removed from this meeting. Okay, maybe sir Rajesh sir, can you switch off your video? Okay, so then so now we have created a meeting, started a meeting where many people has come. So now I want to take attendance. How many people are there? So I want to take attendance. Okay, so for that, Google Meet does not have any provision, but we can have added application is there. We call it as a add-ons. So Google Meet itself an application, so we can add some extra facility to take attendance. Okay, so for that purpose, so already I have added one add-on here. So if you see, or we can call it as an extension as well. So if the right side corner, top right side, if you see extension, something is opening. Okay. Okay, if you see here in the right side top, if you click that extension, so no, I think you didn't add any extension, means this extension symbol will not shown to all the user. So if you have added extension, it will be shown here. Okay, anyway, I will tell you how to add. So before that, once we add this extension, so how to take attendance. So if people, okay, right click on the people. Okay, so there is an option called save attendance. Okay, I repeat once again. So there are many Google Meet add-on available. Okay, I will show you. Anyway, I will show you how to add that add-on. Okay, from another window. So now I will show you how to take attendance. So once the add-on is added, if you right click this people, so on the people 235 is shown here. If I right click and there is an option called save attendance. So if I click that save attendance, see, you can see one file has been downloaded here. So now I will open it. So when we open this Excel sheet, so we are going to see the information. Okay, name. Okay, name means mail ID cannot be saved. Only the username what we give, that will be stored here. Okay, name, joined or left, the time. Okay, so from this we can process something, and we can get some information about that. So how many persons have joined, like that we can check from this file. So once again I will download. So I will go to people. So you can see in the right side next to chat. So there is a people. So I will right click that. There is the option save attendance. Okay. So when I click save attendance, a Excel file is downloaded. Okay. So when I open, I can see the persons when they joined and when they left. Okay, the time they joined and the time they left, like that it can be recorded. Each event, even if a person keep on coming and going out, it will be recorded many times. Okay, so we have to process from that file. Okay. So add-ons are having add-ons, not the Google Meet. So browser has to open, the browser has to support the add-ons. So most of the add-ons won't work in a mobile app because of a memory constraint. Okay, so here if the browser is supporting, then we can add on. Okay. Okay, so now to start a meeting. Okay, now so we will see how to add that add-on here. Okay, so for that I am going to open another screen. Okay, so here, okay, so it's I will open this another browser. Okay, so I'll type Google Meet attendance extension or Google Meet attendance. If you type in the Google, it is showing that chrome.google.com. Okay, that is the extension we are going to add it. Okay, there are many. See, this is the Chrome web store. Okay, if you open chrome.google.com/web store, that is the link. If you open, it will be shown like this. Okay, so if I click this home, so this is the home screen of chrome.google.com/web store. Okay, so you can search here. Okay, so I am going to search what I want. So I want, okay, Google Meet attendance. So it is showing many attendance character. Okay, there are many options are there. I have added one add-on I have added. There are many add-ons are available. So even we can, so each add-on having its own facility. Okay, so like that you can click add Chrome. Okay, so so now what is that? It is asking for add extension. So if I add this extension, so it is uploading. So Google Meet attendance has been added to Chrome. Okay, that's all. So you can see here, if I click this extension button, now 2 attendance are shown. Okay, so maybe you can, so 2 attendance are shown. There was one attendance Google Meet attendance add-on. Now we have 2 add-ons. So each add-on will work its own type. Okay, the simplest one I have shown to you. Okay, so now, okay, so now I have explained so how to start Google Meet and how to start a meet and how to add attendance add-on, how to add, that we have shown. Okay, so we are able to mute others. Okay, we are able to mute others, but we are not able to unmute others. Okay, and camera we cannot also we cannot switch off others' camera. That also we cannot do. Okay, so anyway, by practice we can learn that. Okay. Okay, so now we will see. So now this is the one method of start. Okay, now we have seen only how to start a meeting. Now we will see how to. Okay, so before going into that, one person asked how to once again show the how to take attendance. So we're taking it to Chrome dot, even the website address I have given here. Maybe I will share this. Google Chrome Web Store. Okay, so here you can search the extension name Google Attendance and we can submit. Okay, I type. I'll type Google Attendance. There are, okay, so these 2 are asking to add it to Chrome. So this app already I have added, so it is showing that rate it. So it is not asking okay, add it to Chrome. So once we add, okay, we can make use of that, okay, like we can go there and we can right click and save attendance. Okay, that is the 3% standing over there. That the same symbol for that Google Meet attendance. Okay, so if I click that save attendance, that will be downloaded as a Excel file, so we can make use of it. Okay, so now we have seen how to start a meeting instantly. Okay, on the spot how to start the meeting we have seen. So now I am going to show you how to schedule a meeting. Suppose tomorrow I am going to have a meeting. I want to share the link already. So for that has to be done from our Google Calendar. Okay, so let me open Google Calendar. So let me open CLEN calendar dot google dot then. So let me open once again. So calendar.google.com, it has been opened. Okay, now I want to so you can see already 2 meetings has been scheduled. So that meeting is shown here. Okay, and now have a meeting on 15th, for example. So I select 15. So when I open this calendar.google.com, so we have to click this create button. So create button is on the left side. Okay, top we have a plus symbol and create button. So when I click create, so we can add title. So maybe I will go for more options. Okay, there is a button more options. So a screen will be open. So I can give a title, something like that, and it is the starting date. Okay, and the starting time. You can change the time from 10 a.m. Then ending time, maybe I'll give as a 2 p.m. Okay, maybe the same day or next day we can specify. Okay, and also we can specify does not. So now it is does not repeat. That means it's the only one day session. Suppose I want to have it for all weekdays or weekly on Wednesday or monthly on third, something like that, or every weekday. If I click like this, every weekday, Monday to Friday, 10 to 2, the same link. Once we create the link, the same link we can use it for all the weekdays. Okay, so even we can specify this up to maybe next month also I can specify up to all. So every day I am going to have this class. Okay, but using the same link. So there is no need to send the link again and again to the students. Maybe we can fix this for our subject. Okay, so I think now there is no restriction of conducting duration. Okay, so we can fix this time anywhere 1 hour to add this video conferencing. Then only the Google Meet will be enabled for this particular meet. Okay, so you can see in the join with Google Meet button, there is a meeting link will be there. That link we have to share with our students or the participants. Now it is showing that up to 250 participants. That is the capacity of this particular login. So if it is a normal Gmail account, it will be shown as a up to 100 participant. It will show. Okay, and so here we can. Okay, that's all for creating it. We can, if you click save, that will be created. So there is another option is also there. Add guest. Okay, so in this meeting, today's meeting, whenever you click, there is a you saw a message like ask to join. Okay, so whenever you click ask to join, so the organizer has to give admit. Then only the person will be admitted into the meeting. So whenever we having a class, so if 100 students are coming in and every time job for us, so what we can do is we can add our student mail ID here. Okay, we can copy all the mail IDs and paste it in a single go. So 100 mail IDs at a time we can paste. So we can paste number of all the participants mail ID here. Okay, and suppose for example I am adding few mail IDs here. Okay, so just mail IDs. Okay, so I have added some mail IDs. Okay, then if you click save, so it is asking to send a mail to the added guest. Okay, send a mail to added guest. So I am sending it, and it is asking for, do you want to send invite external guest? Okay, like we are organizing from JP, but outside domain also are you inviting? Give yes. So mail has been sent. Okay, the event is created. Let me open that session now. Okay, anyway, or I will create one more. Once again, I will create another session. So I will create a new class. Okay, so I will go to more options. So I'll create it for tomorrow. Okay, Sunday, 11:30 to 12:30. Does not repeat. So I add a Google Meet. So it will be creating a link for Google Meet. Then I can add guest mail ID. So 2 mail IDs are shown here. Okay. So 3 mail IDs are shown. So for this mail IDs, if you have added, they can directly join. So it won't ask them to ask them to join. Okay, there is a button. They will see a button of join. Okay, so they can simply click that button join. They will be admitted directly into the meeting. So the organizer need not approve their request. Okay, so I can click save. So it is again asking send a mail. So invite external guest. Okay, so event saved. Okay, so for tomorrow, I'll open a particular day. So for tomorrow we have a meeting. So if you want to edit something, so I didn't give any title, so I want to edit something, we can edit again also. Okay, I can give add. Later also we can add other guest also. So later also we can add any guest. Then we have to give save. Then only the changes what we made will be stored. Okay, so I have changed the title and again I have to give save. So it will ask a newly added person has to be sent mail, means that will also be changed. So if you open this calendar on the particular day, if you click, okay, you can see the English class title. So from here you can double click and you can edit anything. Okay, so when you want to start the class, maybe you can click from here. Okay, you can click from here. So it is asking meeting ID. If you click this, automatically it will open the new meet. Okay, so it is asking ready to join now. So English class has come. Okay, so now it's asking join now, present, something like that. So we can add it. Okay, so let me close this. So Google Meet. Okay, I think these are the two options we have to have. Okay, so one is on the spot creation of event that we have seen already. So now just now we have seen so how to schedule a meeting. So that link we can copy and we can send it to others. Okay, that can be shown to that can be shared to others. Okay. So now Google Meet explanation is done. Now we are moving into our next topic. Okay, Google Classroom. Okay, so Google Meet is for online meeting, live meeting. So Google Classroom is for coordinating the students, sharing materials, giving assignments to them, so they can submit the assignment. We can evaluate and we can give mark to the assignment, and we can monitor those who have submitted or not submitted. Okay, and we can also conduct quiz. Okay, that also we can do. So let me move on to next one, Google Classroom. Okay, so for that I'll open classroom.com. When I type classroom.google.com, okay, so it is asking, it will show like this. Okay, how many classes you have created, okay, how many are there, like that it will show. So anyway, I'll open another classroom tab so that it will be better understand. After explaining this, and I will show you how to create a class and how to join the class. I will show you after how to work within a Google Classroom. So this is my ID. So if you open this, okay, there are a lot of classes are there. So if you are a teacher, then you will see number of students present there. Okay, if you are a everything is I am a teacher. So now I'll open this classroom. Okay, so here if you can see here, there are around 10 assignments have been given and 1 feedback has been given. Okay, so if you, this is a stream, so anyone can post here, even students can also post here, but in this group they didn't post anything. So if you go to classwork, that will be shown to only the students. Okay, if it is a class, there are some 10 assignments are there. So when I open the assignment, okay, I'll open this assignment. So it is showing that 26 handed in, 8 assigned. That means out of okay, 34, 26 have completed the assignment and 8 has, okay, didn't complete. So if you open this assignment, so you can see here, but I didn't evaluate anyone. So there are 36 students are there. So all the assignments are uploaded here. The last 8 students are assignments are missing. Okay. So if you want to evaluate any one person, then I can open it here. So the assignment they have, it's a programming assignment. So they have completed some work. So if you want to give any comment here, there is a option to type the mark. I can give mark and I can give comment. Okay. Something I can give comment also. So we can give comment or any correction, or if you want, we can give more than one comment also. Something like that, we can give some comments and I can give mark. Okay, whatever mark we want to give, we can give, and we have to press return. So what is the meaning of return? It's a direct meaning of when the student submitting the assignments on our table, we evaluate and we will give mark and we have to return it to them. So when I click return, they will be notified their mark. Okay, they will be notified their mark and their submission is completed. So they have done their job, like this assignment has been completed. Now you can see when I refresh, so out of 26 students, now I have marked 1 student. So now, so 25 assignments are waiting in my hand, and 1 I have marked and 8 has to submit. Okay, I have assigned the work, they didn't complete. So this is how we can monitor each person. Okay, so we have mobile app also for classroom. So using mobile also, we can directly evaluate and assign marks whenever we travel or lesser time, or no need to sit on the system to complete this correcting the assignments. Okay, and if I want to download the mark, suppose I am marking it here, so I want to download the mark means, so there is a on the right side, you can see there is a settings. So open settings. So download all marks. Another one, download assignment, or you download all the assignments we have given. So I am just typing, I am selecting download all the marks. So now it is asking to save a file. Okay, so now I am saving the marks. So the mark has been downloaded. So their name, okay, email address, along with assignment 1, assignment 2. So whatever mark we have is listed here. So this is the best method to online assignment submission. Okay, so this is for this. So now I will show you how to start, how to create a class and how to share this information to students. I will show. So if I open, so probably this will be empty. There won't be any class for like first time those who are starting it. So now I click. So there is a right side option. So there is a 2 options: join us, create a class. So for creating a class is for joining a class, there is student. So I am creating a class. I just create a class. Ask some details, name, asking, I am doing the
Superstar?
ma'am.
Yes, sir. Your voice is breaking now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
it is
Okay, ma'am.
okay.
Okay. So I am creating a class now. So I have to give the name. Okay, I'm giving a name, subject, or whatever you want to give, or second year, or third year, or seventh standard, something like that. So I press create. So it is creating it. So the new class has been created like FDP demo. Okay. So there is a code, class code. Okay. If you see so FDP demo is a class name. So below that we have a class code. This code, if you press it here, it will be shown in a zoomed manner. So you can copy the code here, okay, and take a picture of it, or you can copy it and we can share this code to students. Okay. So they are going to join the using this code. They come under this classroom. Okay, this class. Okay, so now the new class has been created. So now where to post assignments and all. So you can check in the top, stream is there, classwork is there, and people is there, and grades. Okay, so a stream means whatever we post or whatever students post here, everything shown here. Okay, maybe you go to classwork. Okay, so classwork we can post something as a faculty. We can post something here. So you can, there is a button, okay, create. So when I press create, it is asking whether you want to submit an assignment or quiz assignment, or you want to submit a question, or you want to post some material. Okay, so if you want to share some class notes, so we can select this material here. Okay, so I can attach some files. I can give some title and I can attach something here and I can upload. Okay, that is for sharing material to everyone. Okay, one advantage of having a class is even the people joining after the you are uploading the, maybe today you are uploading the material, maybe later after 2 days a person joining in the class, they can also see the particular all the details in the classroom. So people, you can see how many people are there. Okay, so now I want to add more than one teacher. Suppose now I have created a class, so now I want to add another person to be part of the, okay, as a teacher. They can also do some work. They will also come and check, means we can add other teachers as well. Okay, then we can add our students also. Suppose if you know, if you have all the email ID, you can type their email ID and we can send a mail. So invitation will be sent to their mail ID. So if, when they press accept in that mail, they will be added here, or we can invite them by giving the class code so that they will be shown here. Okay, and we can assign assignment also. So when I click create assign, and if I post assignment, so I am giving one assignment here. How to post, okay, take a photocopy and post something like that. Okay, we can give some information also, we can give, and to whom I want to submit, all the students. Then we can give marks, out of how many marks they are going to evaluated, and time. So when they want to submit, so I give 17, so they are going to submit on 17. Then topic, if you want to give, okay, you can create any topic or let it be. Then rubric, how we are going to evaluate, that also you can add. Okay, so that's also, maybe if you want to attach any file, okay, so I press add and I want to add some file as a questions, or you can type the question there itself. If you have question, single online question, you can type there itself, or if you want to assign some questions to the students, okay, I upload it here. So the assignment has been done now. So now we have to, so everything is set. So now I have to click that button, right side top, I have to set that button assign. Okay, so when I click assign, the assignment have been notified to all the members from our in the particular class. So I create assign. Okay, so the assignment have been done. So where to see the assignment? Yeah, people can see if they go to classwork, they can see the assignment. Okay, this is for staff. Okay, this is for staff. Okay, module. Now we will open another window for students. The same class, how the students will look like. Okay. So let me copy the code. So now as a student, now I am going to join a class in that particular demo class. Okay, so I will type the class code and I will press join. Okay, actually, this is only the I forget that. So only Google Suite account, only Google Suite account can be added. Okay, so we cannot add from another normal mail ID. Okay. When we are using this kind of so when we are using online teaching, so make sure that when you are typing the password, okay, it is not shown to visible to others. Okay, kindly make sure. So when I want to join as a student, I'm going to join. So I'll type my class code. So I have joined as a student now. Okay, this is a student part. Okay, so this one is side. We are going to see a faculty dashboard. So left side, here we can see the student, okay, dashboard. Okay, so already assignment is there. To the classwork as a student, I have to classwork, so I can see what all the classwork I am having it. Okay, so assignment 1 is given to me, so I select that assignment. Okay. Okay, so now I am going.
Subhash sir.
Yes, sir.
Subhash sir, one minute. Teachers, kindly rotate your mobile phones in landscape mode to view full screen. There you can zoom the screen and see if you are not able to see the content. Rotate your phone in landscape mode to view the presentation in full content. Kindly zoom and see. That option will be available in your mobile phone. If you rotate your phone, still landscape your zoom option is not available. Kindly enable auto rotate option in your mobile phone and then rotate your phone so that the content that is being presented will be viewed in your mobile phone in zoomed manner. Thank you. Subhash sir, you can continue.
That's it. Okay, so now I want to submit an assignment. So let me maybe I'll go to full screen mode. So now I want to submit my assignment. So I am having it, okay, in my another file. So what I do is I want to add that file in here. So I am taking the file. Okay, again selecting the file from my computer. So any file, I'm taking it. It may be image or PDF or Word. I am uploading it. So this is for student dashboard. Okay. So after submitting it, we have to press turn in. Okay, that is meaning that we are submitting to the staff. So student is submitting the assignment on the staff table. They have to press this turn in. Okay, maybe I can add more file also. Suppose I want to add one more file, I can also click once again. So let me add more than one file also. So maybe the answer maybe in some other file also I can add. Many files we can add. So I have added 2 files. So then I am clicking turn in. So one it is turn in. So that is notified to the faculty member. So if we are using mobile,
Sir, the screen you are presenting is not visible right now.
one second, sir. Somebody might have pressed the present button. I'll assume now.
You are only in presenter mode, but only CSE is visible.
Yes, sir. Now, sir.
Yes, sir, we can hear.
Yes, sir. You can continue.
Okay, sir. Okay, so after uploading the files, what are the answers I want to upload? I have to submit it. So once I turn it in, when I click, it will be shown the button here. Okay, turn it in. Suppose I want to unsubmit. That means suppose I have done some mistake in the problem I have assigned already. So I want to resubmit it. So I can click unsubmit. So then again control comes to student. Okay, now now we can modify the file, whatever file I want to add. So we can add, and again also we can put turn in. Okay. So now you can see the status is turned in. That means I have submitted this assignment on the staff table. Okay, physically, but in a virtual manner, the staff dashboard. If you see, if you go to the classwork, assignment 1 is there. So you can see, so it will be showing that 1 turned in. Suppose only, so number of students assigned is 0. That means there is no more persons are there. So if you want to view assignment, I want to mark. I can click like this, and I can open that. Okay. So I can see the answer, and I can put marks, and I can give some comments, something. So the only for posting is not sufficient. After storing the mark, we have to press return. Then only mark will be sent to the students. So even before that also we can add some comments, no problem. So suppose if the assignment is wrong, if you want to we can ask them to resubmit it. So like that, the notification will be sent to the students. Then they can resubmit. Okay. So for Google Classroom, as we have seen demo of how to create a class. Okay, and how to evaluate marks. So how to return the assignment after the evaluation. Okay, and from student point of view, we have seen how to join in a class, and we have seen how to submit assignment. Okay, that also possible, that also done. So also we have seen how to download marks of all the students. Okay, that also we have seen now. Okay, so from Google Classroom, okay, I think we have seen that. And how to post the Google quiz. So for that we have to after discussing about Google Forms, we will come back and see how to send a Google form quiz assignment. Okay, so for that we have to go to next one, that is a Google Forms. Okay, now we will see Google Form. So we will go to so now Google Form is used for taking surveys and collecting information from others. Even for registration form, you might have received some link. So you might have filled your details like name, college name or school name. Okay, mail ID, mobile number, something like that. We have filled it. Okay, so that is the Google Form. So now we will see how to create that. Okay, now. So using that, we can get feedback from students, or we can collect some information. We can take some survey. Okay, so that is and also we can conduct quiz. Okay, for evaluating marks. Okay, now we will see that. So now I am going to So we have opened the form. Okay. So now it is asking that whether you want to open blank or. So I have opening a blank form. Okay. So it will be open like this. So first we have to decide what all the information we want to collect it from the user. Okay. So for that, before that, maybe we can give some title of this. Okay. Okay. So anyway, basic thing we collect is name. We collect. Okay. Most of the time, name. And so you can see here automatically it is changing into short answer. So there are some options we can, it is shown here. These are all the informations we can get it from the user. Short answer or paragraph. So we want to get more lines of information, or if you want to go for multiple choice or check boxes or drop down box, we can receive files from the user. And if you want to get feedback like linear scale or some, these are also you can use. And if you want to get from user like date and time, that also possible. Okay. So, and if I give name, so I have given as a short answer. Okay. Is a required question or not? Some questions may be optional, some questions should be required. So required means compulsorily they have to type something, then only the form will allow them to submit. Okay. So now I can add some description. Suppose I want to give some information, okay, more information on this field. So we can go to this 3 dot here, and we can, the description is not shown now. Now I want to add description now. So the description is shown now. So I can give enter in capital letter, something like that. Okay, we can show. Okay, or if you want to give some example, okay, also we can give something like that. Some example also we can show to the user. Okay, this is the first question. So now I want to add one more question. So I click add question in the plus symbol here. Okay, or from here we can, there's an option called make duplicate. So same thing will be duplicated. That also possible. Okay, so I have clicked the plus symbol. So another question. So I am getting, okay, some age. Okay, so age will be, okay, if you see automatically the Google will change this into number is a number, they are verifying is a number. So this is asking enable email collecting. So automatically it will be, the first information will be collecting email. It is not shown here, but if you see the preview, so how our form will look like, that is we can change that email collecting setting. Okay, the form will collect email now. So let me check something. Collect emails. There is no need to give. Suppose if you want to give restrictions to only internal participants can do, you can check this, and limit to one response. So if it is limit to one response means, now I want to add one more question. I add one more question. So this time I want to go for multiple choice. Okay, even see when I add gender, automatically it will showing the option as male, female if you want to add. Okay, maybe let me type by myself. So see, you can add many options. So prefer not to say. So 3 options we are giving it now. So if you change this into drop down, automatically it will show in another manner. So now it will now we will see preview. Okay, I'll add one more question. I'll duplicate. Now I'll change this into multiple choice. Okay, so now we will see a preview look like. Okay, so gender, this is a multiple choice. All the options are there. We can select and we can submit like that. Okay. So suppose if I press some information, it will show that must be a number greater than 0. It is showing. Even if I press 0, it is showing that the number should be greater than 0, something like that. And email ID, I have to type. Suppose I forgot to type. Okay, at symbol, it will check it's a validity. Okay, the at should be there. Okay, but it won't check it's a valid email ID means the format of mail ID will be verified. Okay. Okay, maybe I can change this demo. Maybe here also we can automatically, when we change the title, automatically the name of the file will be modified. Okay. So now we can create sections also. Suppose based on okay, male and female. Maybe I'll remove this. We have some games means we can okay. So now based on the we are going to conduct some games, or we want to get some information, so that we can add. Okay, so I can create section. So you can see the option here, the equal to symbol, add section is there. So when I click add section, okay, it will show section 2 of 2. So the first one, when we started from here, okay, FTP demo, that becomes section 1 of 2. So we have 2 sections. That's the one. This is second section. So we can give, okay, for mail, I give some option. So we can add question here. Suppose I want to, okay, get information for some songs. They're going to okay get, okay, so I'm going to get some file upload option. Okay, so for mail we are conducting a game, okay, for singing song. They have to upload songs. So now it's asking what type of option, okay, file has to be uploaded. So we can select only audio or video, okay, or you can select anything, and you can specify how many files they can maximum number of files, 1 file or 5 file, how many files they can upload, that can be specified. Then file size also we can restrict, okay, what is the file size they can upload, whether it is required or not, we can select. Okay, so for mail we have given. Then I'm going to add one more section. Okay, this is for female, and I'm going to add one question. Maybe now I'm going to go for, okay, some what to say. Okay, so we can add writing competition. Okay, from essay, let me give essay. Okay, so where for females we are going to collect essays. Okay, so I'm going to collect a file. So if it is essay, I want to specify in terms of document or PDF or image I am going to get, or if you want to restrict only document and PDF, we can specify. Okay, and also we can specify how many files they can, okay, maximum number of files they can upload and required. So that's all now. So now I have created, okay, some name, mail ID and gender. Okay, and after that, so I have created 2 sections. Okay, so from the option, so you see the option here. It's asking that, so the option, so go to the section based on answer. So based on the option what we are selecting, we have to do some work. So if we select that, for male it is going to be PDF, for female it is going to be, okay, something okay, so for male, female, okay, so maybe I'll remove this option. So for if I select male option, I'll continue to section 2. Okay, for if I select female option, it will continue to section 3. Okay, so after section 2, where I have to go, we have to continue the section or we have to go to submit form. So I select after section 2, I select submit form. Then after section 3, I am going to continue submit form. So there is no option is shown there. So let me go to the view form. Okay, so like this we can create, okay, any forms, and we can collect information from student as well. Okay, or if you want to only text, we are going to get some information we can collect, or if you want to we can receive some assignments also. But in classroom there is a more sophisticated and Okay, we can control easily, but here we cannot control. Okay, we have to manually shown now. Okay. Right, select female. So I'll press. So it's asking to third section, the topic is asking to add essay. So something we can upload. So Word document I am uploading. So submit. So we have submitted this. Okay. So you can see from questions now the response is 1 because one person have submitted some information. So it is asking as 1. Okay. So how to share this link to students? So when it is question, so just to open this preview. So you can see a question directly here. You can copy this link. Okay, and we can share the link to the students. Okay, you can see only the owner will see the right side. You can see in the right side there is an option like pen, right side bottom. So there is an option like pen. So that will be shown only to the owner of this. The owner means the mail ID which we have created. Suppose I am opening that mail ID, sorry, the Google form link in some other link. So in that link, that since the mail ID is not owner, so the mail ID is not that edit option is not shown here. Only the owner will see the edit option. So maybe again one more time I am submitting. So now I am trying to select image. So it says that image is not allowed. Okay, only Excel and okay. So I want to add another file. So I will select a Word file and I upload. So when I click submit, you can see the number of persons submitted. So will be responses is 2. Okay, go to the view form. Okay, you can select that mail. You can select that link and you can share it to anyone through mail or WhatsApp, so they can fill, and we will get the information. So where, so whenever people are submitting information, so where to see that information? So whom can see? So only the owners can see the information. Okay, so so CSCJPR this mail ID can have see the mail open. So when you click the response, you can see some information like statistics about, okay, that is shown. Then there is a icon like Excel sheet. So when you click open, for the first time it will ask whether to store in a Google spreadsheet or whether it still contain with Google Cloud. So anyway, we are going to create it. So when I create it, so then all the informations are stored in a Google spreadsheet. Okay, we can store it anywhere. So you can see who are all have registered with timestamp. So the first column is timestamp, at what time they have registered. Okay, mail ID, name, that information where it is available. So now all the informations are available in our drive, Google Drive. So the link is provided here. So we can click here. Maybe we can check that. So whatever purpose we created, that the purpose is solved now. Okay. Okay, so now so this is the Google form. Okay, so now if you want to create a quiz, so apart from these informations, we can ask for some, we can give some question and we'll collect some information. Okay, so normally we use multiple choice and we have to get the answer. So that for that we will see another demo now. So once we create, we can copy the, suppose I have created one event, I want to copy, that means I want to copy the same, I want to create a copy of that, so that the next time I don't start from the scratch. So I can start from already a created link. So before that, let me open let me open Drive. Okay, so from Google Drive. So where we can see the whatever we have stored here. Okay, so you can see here the recently opened file FTP demo is shown here. Okay, and also blank quiz, maybe yesterday we tried, and also so you can see FTP demo, the blank quiz, these are all files which is available. So I can open this FTP demo, so I can continue working, or I want to create a new form. Maybe from Drive also we can open. So now we are in Drive. So from Drive I am clicking new. So it is asking what you want to create. So I want to create a Google form. Okay, there are a lot of options are there. Now we are going to look into Google form. So a new a form has been created. Now we are going to create a quiz for students. Okay, I am creating. And giving name. So I'll add questions. Okay. So multiple choice. Let's say I want to add something like that. I can add maybe 2 option or 3 option, a number of options we can have. Okay, then so we have to make it as a required, because okay, we have to make it as a required question. And so now see there is, it's now actually it's a normal form. So now I want to convert this as a quiz. So for that I have to go to settings. So you can see the options here. Okay, general, like already we have seen. So I restrict, I open to all, anyone can okay fill this form. So limit, there is no limit of number of times they can do. And presentation, so maybe after okay submitting, what information we want to store here, show to them. Okay, so your response has been recorded, that is the default information, or if you want to add any other information also we can okay type here. So quizzes, so make this as a quiz. Okay, so now this is going to be quiz now. Okay, so once it is we have created quiz, so there are some extra options are showing. Okay, what is the correct answer for this? So I have given 3 options. Okay, so what is the correct? So if you click the answer key, it will showing the options what we have given. So I am clicking Saturday. So that is the correct answer, and I am giving mark. How many marks for this question? Okay, 1 point for this question. So whoever clicks Saturday will get the marks like that. Okay, so you can see here question is there, options are shown, the green color tick shows that we have marked that question correct answer. Okay, then it is containing 1 point. Now I am going to continue another question. Okay, something like that. So now I am going for yes or no type question. So what is the answer key? So answer key we can fix anything. So yes or no. So sometimes you want to, sometimes in multiple choice questions more than one answer also may be correct. So at the time we can select more than one option. Okay, so for any one option it will be evaluated as true. Okay, so here I have given 2 points. Okay, so let me open one more question. So something like that, you can give more options. So normally we will give options okay, to the students. So after giving the options, we can type answer key. So whatever option you want to select, maybe if you want to give more than one option also you can select. And mark, you can control 1 mark or 2 mark or whatever mark you want to give. Okay, we can give. So in this option, I have selected 2 options. So whoever selects these 2 options will get 1 mark. So I click done. So that's all. Okay. So our quiz is ready now. Now I'll preview it. Actually, we have a symbol, I symbol. If you want to preview, you can do it. Or the customized themes. Maybe you can change the theme color. Okay. And also background color you can change. Theme color means maybe the top color, theme color we can change. Okay. So when I refresh, the color will be modified here. So email address, name. So the email address and name will not contain any mark. Okay. Other 3 options are having marks in that. Okay. So now I want to add some header here. So if I add some so for that I go to customize, choose image. Okay. So we can add one image in the top. Okay. So maybe you can add already available one. Okay, you can add like this. So when you refresh this, so after creating this link, whatever changes we do, that will be done in this particular. Okay, we didn't send. So now the diagram has been added, the website has been added. Suppose I want to add my college logo or something. That also we can select it from our file. From our system we can select. Already I have the file. So the file is getting ready. The header is getting ready. Okay, that's also the header is ready now. You see the header has come. So you can give the name or any name you can give in that quiz. So how to share this link? Okay, copy, go to the preview. Okay, you select this. Okay, and you can send a mail to whoever you want to send. You can copy that link and you can send it to others. You can share it or WhatsApp, or you can share it to anyone. After sharing also, we can do some changes on the form. It will not affect the link. Link will remain same. So don't worry about that. Even if you have done any mistake here, later we can change that. It doesn't matter. For example, let me submit some value and check how it is responding. Okay, I am going to open that in another tab. I am going to give mail ID. I am going to give okay, I submit. So when I submit, you will see what is happening in our dashboard, owner's dashboard. So you can see the response is 1. So when I click that, so for the first time, if you click that spreadsheet, it will ask whether you want to create. Just simply select it as create. So you can see what is the score. So there is a separate field, score field will be there. So 2 by 4. So for this participant, the end scored as 2. Okay. So this is a method where we can evaluate and we can check. So if you know the students' names here and corresponding score will be here, so we can do some analysis purpose or anything we can follow. So easily, there is no need of manual correction. So automatically, the Google form quiz will give the score and give it to us. Okay. So we can use this Google form in our Google Classroom. So let me go to Google Classroom. So everything will be here. Okay, if you see whatever files we created now will be there in the Google Drive. So Google Drive nothing but it's a drive where we can whatever all the applications of our Google applications the data will be stored in the Google Drive. Whatever file, even if you open this file, we can see the same thing, the score file what we have shown. Okay. So in Google Class, if you want to create a demo, okay. So for this class, I want to assign a class work. So already I have assigned one assignment. Now I want to create one quiz assignment. So a quiz assignment title as open. So maybe something like that. So we can give some option, okay, and it's asking a blank quiz. Okay, so now this quiz will be you have to add this quiz here. So now I am opening the blank quiz. So I am just taking this something and changing it. Okay, so as usual, name we can collect. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to instead of typing questions, I want to add some some mathematical formula or Tamil font doesn't support. So I can take a picture of it and I can show it, add it here. So there's an option here. I type press. I'm going to browse. So I have. So I have a question typed in as an image format. So now I like programming a question or whatever may be the question. Okay. Something like that I can type. Okay. This is a question. An answer I can give. Answer also we can make it as a poster. Suppose if we have any image or for options also we can add. Okay. Okay, so answer key, I selecting it. So 5, I assume 5 is the correct answer. And what is the score I want to give? So don't forget to increase the mark. By default, it will be 0. So done. So one question is ready. Okay, one question where the question is in an image. Okay. Now we will see how to add option or image. Okay, I'll go to next question. So plus symbol, it is going to add another question. Option 1, click the image. So two or three option, whatever option we can give. Okay, so now options are in an image format. So I'll make this as a required question. The previous one also I make it as required. Then I have to give mark. We have to select the correct one, answer key. Then first one is correct. I am giving 1 mark for this question. So done. Okay, so now let me view this. Okay, now the name, we are collecting only name. The first question, the question is in image format and we have given options. The second one, I have given some question and 2 images are given. You can select either one. Okay. So the other option is those who are submitting the quiz, they can see the score. Okay, that I forgot to specify. So whenever is submitting a quiz, okay, there is the option view score will be shown to them. Okay, so now the person can see the score or what they have scored, and also they can see the correct answer. That we can control whether the user want to see the correct answer or they don't want to see the correct answer that we can control. Okay, so now I'll go to that settings, go to the quizzes. Okay, there is an option. So you want to correct answer, you want to show it to them, or you don't want to show. Now I have removed that option, so it won't show the correct answer for the particular. Now I'll refresh it. So now you can see the number 5 as a correct answer is shown for the wrong answer I have selected. Now I have modified the control. Okay, so now when I refresh, you can see the correct answer is not shown here. Okay, that small variations we can, but if the correct answer, obviously it is going to show its correct answer. And also it is showing that how many mark for this particular question, 1 by 1, that is showing here. Also 0 by 1, 0 is the answer, wrong answer because of 0, and 1 is the total marks. So if we don't want to, suppose I am giving a different weightage for different questions, so I don't want to display the weightage to the students. Okay, so what I do is I'll go to quizzes and don't show the point values. Okay, so let me check this. See now the total points, how much they scored, that will be vanished, and for each question what is the score, that is not shown here. Okay, if we have different weightage for different questions, we can use that option also. And also total score, how much they scored, that is also not visible. So these are all small controls. Okay, we can make use of it to achieve a better for better purpose. Each purpose differs. So somebody wants to give all equal marks. Somebody wants some questions may have more marks. Okay, so we may, okay, if you want to hide that mark, we can hide, or if you want to reveal, you can reveal. That is up to our requirement. So based on our requirement, we can do it. So I hope so. What my preparation almost done. So Google Classroom. So we can form a quiz. Okay. So there are some add-ons are there available to send certificate. Maybe you might have attended some online quizzes. So whenever you attend, and if you score above some certain level, automatic generation of certificate is certify them. That is a add-on available for that. And also we have another add-on, okay, for timer, for setting a timer for the quiz. So timify.me, so that you can add on. Maybe you can later you can try. Okay, these are all for some additional information.
Sir, one doubt, sir. Can you type in the Excel sheet all the question and answers and upload in the quiz format?
All the questions, we can type in the Excel sheet, and answers also can be type and then upload it. So I think that is not available in Google, sir.
Oh,
but we can use it in Kahoot.com. That is another a very good one. Okay, Kahoot.com.
Kahoot.com only free trial is only for 14 days, no? Then otherwise we have to pay the payment, no?
Sir, no, sir. I am using the Kahoot for more than 1 year, but it didn't ask for any payment. Maybe okay. you may go for that. The trial is for upgraded version. You might have using it, sir.
Oh, okay.
Maybe normal user, it is for you can use anytime. But the limitation is there that only 50 students can be there in the online test. You can take only 50 or 60. Less number of students only take at a time.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I am from Kannan from Kendriya. Nice, and it will be very useful for us, sir. Actually, we are going to use the G Suite, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you, sir. So in G Suite, there is one more option. Let me show it to you. So that is for if you are using G Suite. So from the Google Classroom, you can organize your class. Okay, you can organize a Google Meet. So there is no need of admit anyone. Directly they will be come inside the class. So let me show you that. Let me go to so let me go to Classroom. So this is only for G Suite users, not for others. if you see, the demo class is there, and in the demo class you can see how many people are there. There are 2 people are added. Okay, so there is a if you go to the option, there is an option is available in Meet here. Okay, so anytime we can start this Meet. Students also, there is no need to share the link, because students will also having the same button there for them. So once you click here, automatically you are entered into the Google Meet. Okay. So now so this Google Meet, the people, those who are inside the class only can join. Okay, that is the advantage of it. So it will be easy for us to guide. So if we go to that so demo class, you can see. So this is another window. You can see the another window. So this right side is the staff created one. The left side is the students dashboard. So they also can see this class. So if you have informed them the time, what time they have to come inside the class, maybe when the particular staff has been started this start. Okay, so obviously everyone can, all the students can join without sharing our class code. So there is so this is the advantages of having a G Suite. Okay, so now you can see how many persons are okay. I didn't join actually. So when the staff joins, so you can see now. Now let me open this. So now I am the this is in staff dashboard. Okay, now how many persons are there? 1 person have joined in this. Okay, you can see there are one more. Okay, add-on or small information that they have given. Okay, so from this, so this is for G Suite users only. So I hope. So now we can save the attendance as a CSV file. So that is the default option available. So when you open this, so overall present, that also can be monitored. Okay, so at what time they have come and what time they're online. Suppose if they're online, it will be shown as online. Otherwise, they have left like that. It will show. Okay, there is another option. So Google Meet can be created from many places. One is initiating from the Google.mobile, or we can open the Google Meet from Classroom, so that only the Classroom members can join in that. Okay, so normal Gmail users, the Classroom, that option will not be available. Okay, so so this is my end of my presentation session.
Sir, can you say how to create certificates?
Okay, maybe I will. Okay, maybe later I will show ma'am demo, but now we will solve other questions.
Sir, sir, excuse me. In Google Classroom, when we are evaluating the students' assessment,
yes,
instead of giving the comments, can we do the corrections, sir? Because in phone it is possible,
yes,
but in laptop we were not able to do it.
Yes, ma'am. Phone, I am also doing the same, ma'am. We can download.
Yeah.
So that is the interface they provided only for smartphones.
Okay, not in the laptop or in the system.
Yes, ma'am. Because of the touch screen, it's necessary for doing that. It will be easy.
Because for students of lower, it will be useful for us if we correct it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And the second thing, sir, you said that they can do and they can edit and send it back.
Yes, ma'am.
Suppose if an assessment is submitted,
yes,
and after that, if they are doing some editing work, suppose if they want to change the answers and all,
yes,
they were able to do it, right? So how
yes,
we will, as a teachers, know? We cannot correct everything on a day.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That is not this.
Whether we will get a notification regarding that they have made changes.
Okay, whatever they do, we will get notification, ma'am. Assignment one is submitted or unsubmitted. Like that, notification we will receive then and there.
Okay, so there is no possibility to correct in the system,
Yes,
right,
ma'am.
sir?
I can make that. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay.
These are all real-time difficulties. Maybe
Difficulties,
Google has
yes.
to, taken care.
Because in phone, we find it very difficult to correct 100 to 200 papers.
Yes,
If
yes,
it is
yes,
in
ma'am.
system, it will be useful. Okay, sir.
Yes,
Thank you.
ma'am. Thank you.
Sir, one more doubt, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, in Google Forms quiz, you told the answer key can be given
Yes, sir.
and the points allotted it itself, sir. But the
Yes, sir.
problem is, suppose the question contains not a MCQ question. For example,
Okay.
2 plus 3, the answer is not 5. Suppose the multiple MCQ, there is no 5, no MCQ question. They have to type 5.
Okay.
Now, how the answer key to be given?
Sir, actually, that even I didn't try that. But anyway,
Okay.
we are only going to create the answers only, no, sir.
That's what, sir. The students
Okay.
have to type some number. Suppose for secant square theta minus tan square
Yeah,
theta
yeah,
is equal to
okay.
dash.
Yeah. So you
And
don't
then,
want to reveal the options. So
that's what, sir. If they give the answer, we'll give the answer key. Suppose there is
Okay.
no options, just they have to type.
Okay.
Or this one. In that case, how to assign the answer key, sir? That's my problem.
Okay, sir. Maybe I will check, sir. I didn't try that.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Maybe I'll let you know, sir. Maybe.
Okay, sir. The reason is some in online test I could find that. Suppose
Yes,
if I
sir,
type
yes,
some
sir.
character 2 and 3,
Yeah,
they are
they will
giving
do.
the mark, otherwise no. That's why. Is it possible here? Just I
Yes,
asked.
sir. Yes, sir. Maybe I'll check, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so if there are any questions, we can address now, or I think.
Sir, excuse me, sir. One doubt, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
While conducting Google Form quiz and all,
Yes, ma'am.
after submission of the students, how can I know the marks through score sheet?
Ma'am, okay, ma'am. Let me open that this one.
I want that in a bar chart, sir.
No, ma'am. Right there, there's an option called Excel sheet. We open, no, ma'am.
Okay.
And that Excel sheet, all the scores were shown. I think I got shown. I think you might have missed it. Let me open once again. I think I have shown it. Shown, ma'am. I'll open once again. See here, ma'am, and the response.
Yes, sir.
So there is a Excel sheet there, no, ma'am. It's showing.
Okay.
Right. Click that. The Excel sheet, the detail will be there here, ma'am. Each person
Okay,
will-
sir.
Yes, ma'am.
That how can I depict in a bar chart, that is score chart, with the names, number of 20 students?
No, you want to put it like this.
Interpret in a presentation manner, pictorial form.
Okay, that you have to do, ma'am. That explanation can be done in while explaining bar chart and numbers. Anyway, information and insert bar chart like that. That is the address in next session, ma'am. Like next session, they address how to draw bar chart.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, if I want to disable this link after 1 hour, is it possible to set a time for it, sir?
Yeah, thank you very much for asking this question, ma'am. I forgot to specify that. Okay, that's now you can see the button here, accepting responses.
No, that can be done manually, right? After half an hour.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Is it possible to set time for that?
And that kind of, I didn't try that, but there is an option.
I think that it is not there. We have to do it manually.
Manually, ma'am. But there is another add-on is there, ma'am. Like add-on is there.
Okay.
Time for particular time. 30 minutes only they will open it. We can fix and send them. So add-ons are available for that.
Okay. Sir, is it possible to have that add-on on WebEx interface?
Ma'am, WebEx, I don't know, ma'am. I didn't try.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Any other questions? I will show how to create certificate as one participant requested. So let me show demo for that. Madhurika, ma'am.
Subhash sir.
Sir, yes, sir.
Ma'am.
Subhash sir. Subhash sir.
Yes, sir.
Feedback link workable, sir.
It's working, sir. Working, sir.
Okay, cha.
Sir, feedback link is working. Working, sir. Opening.
Shall we officially
Sir.
wind up the session, ma'am?
Sir, I can't hear you, sir.
Ma'am, officially we'll wind up the session so that those who are interested to continue the certificate generation, they can continue, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So now I'm going to demonstrate how to send certificate whenever it is submitted. Okay.
Okay.
So for that, we have to have a certificate designed already. Let me show you the sample.
Faculty members, kindly mute your audio, please. Kindly mute your audio. Vijay Lakshmi ma'am, kindly mute your audio, ma'am. Please, ma'am. Sir, can you hear me? Subhash sir? Subhash sir?
Ma'am, I am here, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Faculty members, kindly fill the feedback form. It is shown in the chat box. We have 2 more sessions coming inside. Next Saturday, we have MS Office, and then further Saturday, you'll have your e-whiteboard. So I'll send the registration link in the chat box. Now the feedback link has been sent. Now, Subhash sir will continue with the certification. Subhash sir?
Yes, ma'am, I'll continue, ma'am.
Yeah, you can continue, sir.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir.
So I'll take a few minutes
Yes,
to
sir, please.
talk.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So எல்லாரும் கேட்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். So Google G Suite பத்தி நம்ம பயப்படுறதுக்கு பெருசா ஒண்ணுமே இல்லை. ஆனா நம்ம அடிப்படையா கொஞ்சம் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன்ஸ் நமக்கு கண்டிப்பா தெரிஞ்சிருக்கணும். என்ன இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் அப்படின்னா, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வந்து கூகுள் மீட் அப்படிங்கிற அப்ளிகேஷன் வந்து டீச்சர்ஸ் நம்ம வந்து ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸுக்கு கற்றுக் கொடுக்கறதுக்காக உருவாக்கப்பட்ட அப்ளிகேஷனே கிடையாது. அது வந்து இண்டஸ்ட்ரி கார்பரேட் கம்பெனிக்காரங்க அவங்க அவங்க மீட்டிங் கண்டக்ட் பண்றதுக்காக, ஆன்லைன் மீட்டிங் கண்டக்ட் பண்றதுக்காக கிரியேட் பண்ணப்பட்ட ஒரு ஆப் தான் கூகுள் மீட். ஸோ யாருனாலும் அவங்க ஸ்கிரீன் அவங்க என்ன ஒர்க் வச்சிருக்காங்களோ அதை ப்ரெசென்ட் பண்ற ஆப்ஷன்ஸ் இருக்கும். அது மாதிரி உள்ள கனெக்ட் பண்றது, இது எல்லா ஆப்ஷன்ஸுமே அவங்களுக்கு எப்படி அவங்களோட வியூஸை வந்து தெரியப்படுத்துறது அந்த மீட்டிங்ல, இதுக்கு தகுந்த மாதிரி தான் அந்த கூகுள் மீட்டே கிரியேட் பண்ணியிருப்பாங்க. ஸோ அதை இப்போ வந்து நம்ம வந்து என்ன பண்றோம் அப்படின்னா, ஸோ டீச்சர் கம்யூனிட்டி நம்ம வந்து அதை கூகுள் அந்த ஆப் மூலமா ஆன்லைன் கிளாஸுக்கு நம்ம எப்படி அதை கொண்டு போகலாம் அப்படிங்கிறதுக்கு தான் இப்போ அடுத்து அதை தான் நம்ம இப்போ மாடிஃபை பண்ணி எடுத்து போயிட்டு இருக்கிறோம். இதுல பாத்தீங்கன்னா கூகுள் மீட் நமக்கு யூஸ் பண்றதுக்கு பாத்தீங்கன்னா ரெக்கார்டிங் ஆப்ஷன் இருக்குது. ரெக்கார்டிங் ஆப்ஷன் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னா நம்ம வந்து உங்க இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷனோட மெயில் ஐடி தேவைப்படும். இப்ப நம்மளோட இண்டிவிஜுவல் மெயில் ஐடி, ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் arokyaranjit@gmail.com அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு இமெயில் ஐடியை ரெகனைஸ் பண்ணும்போது என்னால அதை ரெக்கார்ட் பண்ண முடியாது. அதே இது நான் arokyaranjit@jprcollege.org அப்படிங்கிற என்னோட இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷனல் இமெயில் ஐடி வச்சு நான் ஒரு மீட்டிங் ஷெட்யூல் பண்ணும்போது அந்த மீட்டிங்கை என்னால ரெக்கார்ட் பண்ண முடியும். அதே மாதிரி நான் யார் யார் அந்த மீட்டிங்ல கனெக்ட் ஆக போறாங்க அப்படிங்கிற இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் எனக்கு முதல்ல தெரிஞ்சிருந்ததுன்னா அவங்களோட இமெயில் ஐடி எல்லாத்தையுமே நான் கூகுள் மீட்ல நான் வந்து முதல்ல கொடுத்த இமெயில் ஐடியை ஸ்பெசிஃபை பண்ணிட்டேன்னா அவங்களால என்னோட அனுமதி இல்லாம அந்த மீட்டிங்குள்ள வர முடியும். அந்த பர்டிகுலர் டைம்ல அவங்க ஈஸியா ஜாயின் பண்ணிக்கலாம். மற்றவங்க எல்லாருமே என்கிட்ட அனுமதி கேட்கும், அட்மிட் டினை. அந்த அட்மிட் டினை வந்து நான் வந்து அட்மிட்னு கொடுக்குறவங்க மட்டும்தான் உள்ள வர முடியும். எல்லாராலையும் அந்த மீட்டிங் அட்டன் பண்ண முடியாது. ஒரு மீட்டிங் ரூம்னு ஒன்று இருக்கும், அங்க வெயிட்டிங்ல இருக்கும், அட்மிட் கொடுக்க உள்ள வந்துடும். இதே நம்ம மெயில் ஐடி இவங்கெல்லாம் வந்து அந்த மீட்டிங் இன்னைக்கு அட்டன் பண்ண போறாங்கன்னு முதல்ல நம்ம ஸ்பெசிஃபை பண்ணி வச்சுட்டோம்னா அவங்க எல்லாருக்குமே இந்த அட்மிட் டினைலாம் இல்லை. அவங்க தான் நம்ம தான் சொல்லிட்டோமே இவங்க எல்லாம் வந்து இந்த மீட்டிங் அட்டன் பண்ண போறாங்கன்னு நம்ம கூகுள் மீட்டுக்கு முதல்ல இன்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணிட்டோம்னா அப்போ அது நம்ம அந்த ஆன்லைன் கிளாஸஸ் எல்லாம் நம்ம நடத்தும் போது நம்மளால மியூட் பண்ண முடியும். ஆடியன்ஸ் பார்ட்டிசிபென்ட்ஸ் இருக்காங்க, யாராவது தெரியாம அன்மியூட் பண்ணிட்டாங்கன்னா ஆர்கனைஸ் பண்றவங்க வந்து அன்மியூட் பண்ணி இருக்கிற பார்ட்டிசிபெண்ட்டை ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ணி ஸ்டூடெண்ட் யாராவது அன்மியூட் பண்ணி தெரியாம அதை மியூட் பண்ணாம ஏதோ ஒர்க் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க அப்படின்னா அதை மியூட் பண்ண முடியும் நம்மளால. ஆனா நம்மளால அன்மியூட் பண்ண முடியாது. அதே மாதிரி வீடியோவையும் பாத்தீங்கன்னா அவங்க இப்ப அந்த பார்ட்டிசிபென்ட்ஸ் தான் வீடியோவை வந்து கட் பண்ண முடியும். ப்ரெசென்ட் பண்றாங்கன்னா அவங்க வந்து இது பண்ண முடியும். இது எல்லாமே இந்த லிமிடேஷன் எல்லாமே இருக்கு. எல்லாருக்குமே வாய்ப்பு கொடுத்து கார்பரேட் கம்பெனிக்காரங்க மீட்டிங் நடத்துற அவங்க சௌகரியத்துக்காக ரெடி பண்ண ஆப் தான் இது. அதனால அந்த யாருனாலும் அவங்களால ப்ரெசென்ட் பண்ண முடியும். அந்த இதெல்லாம் இருக்கு. ஆர்கனைசர்ஸ் வந்து அதெல்லாம் வந்து லிமிட் பண்ண முடியாது. நம்ம ரிக்வஸ்ட் பண்ணி அவங்கள நீங்க ப்ரெசென்ட் பண்ணாதீங்க, நீங்க உங்க வீடியோ ஆஃப் பண்ணுங்க, இது மாதிரி நம்ம ஸ்டார்டிங்ல சில இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன்ஸ் நம்ம டீச்சர்ஸுக்கு கொடுத்துட்டு இருந்தோம் இல்லையா. இதே சூழல் தான் உங்களுக்கு நம்ம இப்போ நம்ம வந்து ஒரு கிளாஸ் எடுக்கும் போதும் நம்ம ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸுக்கு இதே போலதான் நம்ம ஆர்கனைஸ் பண்ற மாதிரி இருக்கும். கொஞ்சம் டிஃபிகல்டிஸ் எல்லாமே இருக்கும். ஏன்னா இது ஆன்லைன் கிளாஸுக்காக கிரியேட் பண்ணப்பட்ட ஆப்பே கிடையாது. ரெண்டாவது கூகுள் கிளாஸ் ரூம் பத்தி சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தாங்க. அது வந்து ஓகே, நல்ல ஒரு ஆப் தான். நம்ம வந்து ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸுக்கு வந்து நம்ம அசைன்மெண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் நம்ம போஸ்ட் பண்ணோம்னா எல்லாருக்கும் தெரிய வரும். அந்த ரிமைண்டர் எல்லாமே அவங்களுக்கு போகும். நீ அசைன்மெண்ட் எழுதல, நீ அசைன்மெண்ட் சப்மிட் பண்ணல அப்படிங்கறதெல்லாம் அந்த ஸ்டூடெண்ட்டுக்கு ரிமைண்ட் பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கும். கூகுள் அதுக்கு வேலையை பார்க்கும். அது அவங்க சப்மிட் பண்ணிட்டாங்கன்னா இத்தனை பேர் சப்மிட் பண்ணிருக்காங்கிற இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் நோட்டிபிகேஷன் நம்ம ஓபன் பண்ணும்போது நமக்கு வரும். அப்புறம் நம்ம இத்தனை பேரோட நம்ம கரெக்ட் பண்ணிட்டோம், இத்தனை பேர் எல்லாம் அப்புறமா கிரேட் பண்றது, இந்த மாதிரி எல்லா சௌகரியங்களும் நமக்கு வந்து அந்த கூகுள் கிளாஸ் ரூம்ல நமக்கு இருக்கும். அதுலயே நம்ம வந்து குவிஸும் கிரியேட் பண்ணிக்கலாம். அடுத்தது சார் சொன்னார் கூகுள் ஃபார்மை பொறுத்தவரையில இன்ஃபர்மேஷன்ஸ் ஏதாவது நம்ம ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்ல இருந்து இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் கலெக்ட் பண்ணணும். சர்வேக்காக கிரியேட் பண்ணப்பட்டதுதான் கூகுள் ஃபார்ம். அதையே குவிஸ் எப்படி நம்ம கண்டக்ட் பண்ணலாம் கூகுள் ஃபார்ம் யூஸ் பண்ணிங்கிறது கூட நல்ல தெளிவா சார் வந்து எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணாரு. கூகுள் கேலண்டர் அதுல வந்து இந்த மீட்டிங் எல்லாம் ஷெட்யூல் ஆயிரும். எதுக்காக அந்த கூகுள் கேலண்டர்ல ஷெட்யூல் பண்ற மாதிரி ஆப்ஷன் வச்சிருக்காங்க அப்படின்னா நமக்கு ரிமைண்டர் எல்லாம் தரும். நமக்கு இத்தனாம் தேதி இந்த மீட்டிங் இருக்கு, நமக்கு அலர்ட் ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா வரும். நம்ம கூகுள் கூட நம்ம மொபைல வந்து நம்ம கனெக்ட் பண்ணி தான் வச்சிருப்போம் எல்லாருமே. இப்ப இருக்கிற டச் ஸ்கிரீன் மொபைல்ஸ் எல்லாமே. அப்படி இருக்கிறப்போ நமக்கு வந்து இன்னைக்கு இத்தனை மணிக்கு மீட்டிங் இருக்கு, அது அந்த கூகுள் கேலண்டர் ஓபன் பண்ணி பார்த்தாலே தெரிஞ்சிடும். நம்மளோட ஐடியில எத்தனை மீட்டிங் இருந்தாலும் எல்லாத்தையுமே நமக்கு காட்டிடும். ஸோ அந்த மெயினா அந்த இமெயில் ஐடியை பேஸ் பண்ணி தான் இது எல்லா ஆப்ரேஷன்ஸையுமே கூகுள் வந்து செட்டப் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்காங்க. இது எல்லாமே சிம்பிள் தான். நீங்க வந்து இந்த செஷன்ல வந்து சார் சொல்லி கொடுக்க முடிஞ்ச அளவுக்கு சொல்லி கொடுத்துருக்கிறாரு. இது எல்லாத்தையுமே நம்ம ரெக்கார்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கிறோம். எங்க கிட்ட ஃபேஸ்புக் பேஜ் இருக்குது, எங்க கிட்ட யூடியூப் சேனலும் இருக்குது. இந்த ரெக்கார்டட் வீடியோவை, இந்த லைவ் ரெக்கார்டட் செஷன்ஸோட வீடியோவை யூடியூப் சேனல்லையும் ஃபேஸ்புக் பேஜ்லையும் நாங்கள் வந்து அப்லோட் பண்ணி வச்சிருவோம். ஸோ உங்களுக்கு எப்போ நீங்க பார்க்கணும்னாலும் அதை ரன் பண்ணி பார்த்துட்டு நீங்க அந்த ஆப்ஷன்ஸை நீங்க ட்ரை பண்ணி பார்த்துக்கலாம். முதல் தடவை நீங்க ட்ரை பண்ணும்போது கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டப்பட்டீங்கனாலும் அதுக்கப்புறம் உங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப ஈஸியா இருக்கும், சௌகரியமா இருக்கும். இது வந்து நீங்க ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸுக்கு அசைன்மெண்ட் கொடுக்கறதுக்கு, குவிஸ் கொடுத்து அவங்களுக்கு நம்ம கிளாஸ் நடத்துனது புரிஞ்சிருக்குதான்னு பாக்குறதுக்காக நம்ம அந்த கிளாஸ் நடத்தின டாபிக்ல இருந்து ஒரு குவிஸ் மாதிரி நடத்தலாம். அவங்களுக்கு நம்ம வந்து கொஸ்டின்ஸ் கொடுத்து அதை அசைன்மெண்டா எழுதி போட்டு அதை எப்படி ப்ரெசென்ட் பண்ணியிருக்காங்கன்னு பார்க்கலாம். இது எல்லாமே நம்ம வந்து ஈஸியா நம்ம வந்து பண்ணிக்கலாம். ஸோ இது வந்து நீங்க வந்து இப்போ நெட் வந்து அடுத்தடுத்து போயிட்டாங்க, எல்லா டவுட்ஸையும் கிளாரிஃபை பண்ணலன்னு யார் மனசுல இருந்தாலும் உங்களுக்கு ரெக்கார்டட் செஷன் வந்து இட் வில் ஹெல்ப் யூ a lot. அது போக நீங்க வந்து நாங்க அந்த இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் சேட் பாட்ஸ்ல நீங்க கொடுத்துருக்கிற